Hey everyone, brace yourselves because your grocery bill is about to get a whole lot heavier. Yes, just when you thought prices were high enough, they're about to skyrocket even more. This isn't just another scare tactic, this is the harsh reality of what's coming. I've crunched the numbers, analyzed the trends, and I'm here to tell you exactly which food items are set to become seriously expensive in the next month. We're talking about essential items that you rely on every day, and no, we aren't sugarcoating this. The increase will be significant, and it's going to impact every trip you make to the store. Now, more than ever, it's crucial to stay ahead of the game. Stocking up on these 12 grocery items isn't just a suggestion, it's a necessity. Imagine doubling your spending on basics. That's what we're looking at. So get ready to make some room in your pantry because these are the foods you'll want to grab before the prices shoot through the roof in December. Don't get caught off guard. Stick around as we break down the list and give you the lowdown on what to buy now. Your wallet will thank you later. Hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, and join us in staying ahead of these price hikes. Let's dive in so you can prepare, stock up, and beat the surge before it's too late. 12. Let's talk about almond butter, a pantry staple that's becoming more than just a trendy alternative to peanut butter. It's a necessity. Packed with healthy fats, fiber, and vitamin E, almond butter is a powerhouse for sustained energy and nutrition. But here's the blunt truth: if almond butter is part of your diet, you need to act fast. California, the source of 80% of the world's almonds, is facing catastrophic conditions. Severe droughts, increasing water restrictions, and persistent wildfires are hammering almond production. Last year alone, almond production dropped by 10%, and this year experts are predicting an even sharper decline thanks to worsening water shortages. We're already seeing almond prices surge by 25%, and brace yourself, by December, we could witness another 30% to 40% jump. Even well-known brands like Barney Butter and Maranatha are feeling the squeeze, with reduced supplies and climbing costs. Add in the chaos of shipping delays and labor shortages, and you've got a recipe for disaster. This isn't just a minor hiccup, it's a massive disruption in the supply chain, making it increasingly difficult to keep shelves stocked as demand soars. If you count on almond butter for your smoothies, snacks, or as a healthier swap for peanut butter, now is the time to stockpile. Waiting even a few weeks could mean battling with either barren shelves or sky-high prices. As we inch closer to the fall, this nutrient-packed spread might transform from a kitchen staple into a luxury item. Don't get caught in a bind when the prices spike and availability plummets. Secure your supply before it's too late, and ensure you're not left scrambling when the shelves are bare. 11. All right, coffee lovers, it's time for a wake-up call that's a little harder to swallow. Coffee isn't just a morning ritual for millions of us, it's a daily lifeline. But brace yourselves because the cost of your caffeine fix is about to climb. Global production woes are sending coffee prices through the roof. Brazil, the world's coffee powerhouse, faced a brutal combination of frosts and droughts last year, slashing their production by a staggering 25% in 2023. But Brazil isn't the only country in trouble. Colombia, another heavyweight in the coffee world, is battling its own set of weather disasters like flooding and erratic rainfall. These challenges are disrupting supply chains and have already pushed global coffee prices up by more than 50% over the past year. And if you think it can't get worse, think again. Analysts are sounding the alarm that coffee prices could climb another 15 to 20% by mid-2025. Major brands like Folgers and Starbucks are already tweaking their price tags, and even your favorite local roasters aren't immune. The ripple effect doesn't stop there. Shipping costs, fertilizer shortages, and increased labor expenses in coffee-growing regions are piling onto the price hikes. Climate change is lurking in the background, threatening to make these disruptions a permanent fixture. If coffee is your go-to, it's time to act. Whether you prefer ground, instant, or whole beans, now's the moment to stockpile while you can still afford it. Prices haven't hit their peak yet, but they will. Don't wait until a simple cup of joe becomes a luxury you can't justify. Start building your stash now, because soon finding affordable coffee might be a tough grind. 10. Let's dive into a pantry hero you might not have considered yet: dehydrated vegetables. As fresh produce becomes a gamble on store shelves, these little powerhouses are stepping up in a big way. With unpredictable weather patterns wreaking havoc across the country, fresh vegetables are turning into a luxury, leaving many Americans scrambling. Natural disasters like droughts, floods, and wildfires are slamming U.S. agriculture hard, especially in key areas like California, which churns out nearly a third of our veggies. climate chaos has led to yield drops of up to 40% in some spots, driving up fresh produce prices by 20% over the last year. And don't get too comfortable, experts warn of another 10 to 15% hike by December. Wildfires in the West aren't just torching crops, they're clogging transportation routes, causing even more delays in getting fresh produce to market. Enter dehydrated vegetables, the unsung heroes from brands like Harmony House and Mother Earth products. These lightweight champions have a long shelf life and pack a punch with essential nutrients like vitamins A and C. When fresh veggies are either missing in action or priced through the roof, dehydrated vegetables are the nutritious, easy-to-store solution you need. Plus, with more people leaning into prepping and emergency planning, dehydrated veggies are earning their spot in kitchens everywhere. Perfect for soups, stews, or stir-fries, these versatile staples are ready to stretch your meals in a pinch. Now's the time to stock up on dehydrated vegetables. They'll be worth their weight in gold when you're navigating a food crisis and trying to keep your family nourished. Don't wait until it's too late. Secure your supply today and ensure you're prepared for whatever curveballs the future throws at us. 9. Let's cut to the chase. Shelf-stable almond milk is on the brink of becoming elusive on store shelves, and you need to act now. With traditional dairy costs skyrocketing by almost 25% this year, almond milk has become the go-to alternative for countless Americans. But here's the harsh truth: California, the state responsible for producing 80% of the world's almonds, is in a critical condition. Facing relentless droughts, severe water shortages, and destructive wildfires, almond yields are taking a severe hit. In just the past 2 years, almond production has plummeted by over 15%, causing a price surge of nearly 30%. And it doesn't stop there. Farmers are now battling skyrocketing labor and transportation costs, creating a perfect storm for supply chain chaos. Brands like Calafia Farms and Silk are not immune to these challenges. Expect significant disruptions, particularly in finding the shelf-stable varieties of almond milk that are a godsend for their long shelf life and nutritional benefits. Fortified with essential vitamins like E and D, almond milk becomes a staple when fresh dairy is either too costly or simply unavailable. If you're not taking this seriously, you could be shelling out twice the current price by December or worse, confronting barren shelves. Don't wait until you're left high and dry. Stock up on a few cartons today. When fresh milk becomes a rare luxury, almond milk will be your reliable backup. Trust me, you don't want to be caught in a lurch when your morning coffee or cereal routine is on the line. Secure your supply now and ensure you're prepared for the inevitable price hikes and shortages looming ahead. 8. Let's talk about an unassuming hero in your pantry: canned beans. Whether it's black, kidney, or pinto, these little cans are quickly turning into a survival staple you can't afford to overlook. Loaded with protein, fiber, and essential nutrients, canned beans are more than just a side dish, they're a lifeline. Here's the hard truth: the U.S., a top producer of dry beans, is grappling with severe droughts hitting the Midwest and Pacific Northwest. Farmers are sounding the alarm as yields drop dramatically. Take North Dakota, for instance, one of our leading bean-producing states, where production plummeted over 30% last year due to extreme weather. This shortage has already caused a 12% price hike, and experts predict this upward trend will persist well into the year. Adding fuel to the fire, inflation is already driving up the cost of all food items, and canned beans from brands like Bush's and Goya are no exception. Demand is surging while supply struggles to keep up, threatening to push prices even higher. While you can still find a variety of canned beans on the shelves, their affordability is fading fast. As traditional protein sources become more scarce and expensive, canned beans will be your go-to option for keeping your family nourished without breaking the bank. Don't wait until it's too late to secure this budget-friendly, nutritional powerhouse. Stock up now, while you can still find them at a reasonable price. With the clock ticking and supply chains facing relentless pressure, now's the time to fill your pantry and prepare for the inevitable price surges. Trust me, you don't want to be left beanless in the middle of a food crisis. Act now and ensure your pantry is ready for the storm. 7. All right, pasta lovers, it's time to face some hard facts. That cheap, filling, and versatile staple in your pantry is on a fast track to becoming a lot more expensive and potentially scarce. The main ingredient here is durum wheat, and it's under massive pressure globally due to erratic climate events. Top wheat-producing areas like the US, Canada, and Europe are being hammered by heat waves, droughts, and floods. The result? A disastrous impact on 2023's harvests. Take Canada, for example, where a severe drought led to a staggering 40% decline in durum wheat production. This drop has driven global wheat prices up by over 30%. As December approaches, pasta prices have already begun to rise, with some brands hiking their prices by 10 to 15% recently, and it doesn't look like this trend is slowing down. Experts are warning of continued shortages in durum wheat as climate change keeps wreaking havoc on agriculture. While brands like Barilla and Disecco are still popular, their products may soon become a rare find on grocery shelves as demand skyrockets and supply dwindles. If pasta is a staple in your kitchen, now is the time to stock up. With wheat prices climbing, this everyday essential could soon turn from an affordable go-to meal into a luxury that many families might struggle to afford. Investing in a stash of pasta could be one of the smartest moves you make for your pantry. 6. Let's cut to the chase. Hard wheat berries aren't just grains, they're your ticket to survival in these uncertain times. Think of them as your ultimate food security asset. When stored properly, they can last decades, providing a reliable source of nutrition that's hard to beat. You can grind them into fresh flour, use them as a hearty grain, or even sprout them for a nutritional boost. With the global wheat supply facing unprecedented challenges, having hard wheat berries on hand is like having a lifeline in your pantry. The situation is dire. Severe droughts have hit the U.S. Midwest hard, while geopolitical conflicts continue to disrupt massive grain regions in Ukraine. Combine this with skyrocketing costs for fertilizers and fuel, and wheat production is being squeezed from all angles. Last year's U.S. wheat yields dropped by 10%, and conditions in Russia and Ukraine are even worse, with harvests and distribution heavily impacted. As a result, wheat-based products are seeing sharp price increases. Bread and pasta prices have already spiked 15% to 20%, and if things don't turn around, we could see a 30% hike by the end of the year. Inflation is hitting agricultural commodities across the globe, making food supply issues more severe and prices more volatile. Now more than ever, you need a reliable carbohydrate source. Brands like Palo Brand and Austin Farms offer hard wheat berries, ensuring you have a sustainable food supply when flour and bread become scarce or unaffordable. Don't wait for flour prices to reach record highs or for shelves to empty out. Grab your stock of hard wheat berries today. 5. Let's get real about canned beef stew, a powerhouse meal that often gets overshadowed by staples like tuna or chicken. In today's volatile food market, canned beef stew isn't just another item on the shelf, it's your go-to for a high-calorie, protein-packed meal that can sit in your pantry for years. Loaded with vegetables, it offers a complete meal in one can, making it perfect for those quick, no-fuss dinners. But listen up, the beef industry in the U.S. is under severe strain. Ongoing droughts are leading to critical feed shortages, while soaring fuel and feed costs are only adding to the chaos. Add in extreme weather events like floods, heat waves, and wildfires, and cattle farming is facing a global crisis. Recent reports paint a grim picture. Beef prices are climbing at an alarming rate and could soon hit record highs. Brands like Dinty Moore and Hormel are still providing affordable canned beef stew options, but how long will that last? As prices rise, what was once an accessible choice might soon become a luxury item. The demand for shelf-stable foods is skyrocketing due to supply chain disruptions and economic instability. People are waking up to the need for reliable, long-lasting food options. Canned beef stew checks all the boxes. When fresh meat is hard to come by, having a stockpile of this protein-rich staple could be a game-changer for you and your family. Don't sit back and watch prices soar. Fill your pantry with canned beef stew now to ensure you're ready for whatever the future throws at you. Take control of your food security today before you're caught off guard. Trust me, you don't want to be scrambling for essential supplies when the shelves start to empty. 4. Let's dive into sardines, the underrated superstar of your stockpile. When it comes to prepping for the future, sardines pack a punch that most people overlook. Rich in omega-3 fatty acids, calcium and vitamin D, these tiny fish are a nutritional powerhouse, especially when fresh food options dwindle. The best part? They can sit on your shelf for years without losing their value. Just pop a can open and you've got a ready-to-eat, protein-rich meal. No cooking, no fuss. But here's the kicker: the global sardine supply is facing serious challenges. Overfishing in the Pacific and climbing sea temperatures are wreaking havoc on sardine populations. According to the Food and Agriculture Organization, we've already seen global sardine catches plummet by over 20% in the past decade. But the latest reports are even more alarming. Ocean warming is speeding up faster than anyone anticipated, shrinking habitats and slashing breeding rates across the board. In some areas, the species is teetering on the brink. Experts now project a potential price surge of 25% by early next year. And as the fishing industry grapples with labor shortages and shipping snarls, sardine availability could become even more limited. Brands like Wild Planet and King Oscar are still on the shelves, but who knows for how long. If sardine stocks continue to dwindle, these cans will become as precious as gold. So don't wait. Start loading up on sardines now, before they transform from a simple pantry staple to a rare delicacy. Trust me, you'll be thankful you did when the prices skyrocket and the scarcity becomes real. Sardines might just become the most valuable item in your pantry, so stock up while you still can. 3. Let's shine a light on canned chickpeas, the unsung hero of your pantry. These little legumes are more than just a side dish, they're a nutritional powerhouse packed with protein, fiber, and essential vitamins like B6 and folate. When fresh proteins become hard to find, canned chickpeas might just save the day. They're incredibly versatile too, perfect for whipping up hearty soups, creamy hummus, or even crunchy roasted snacks. But here's the brutal truth: chickpea production is in trouble. Major growing regions like the US and India are grappling with severe droughts and erratic weather, wreaking havoc on yields. According to the FAO, we're looking at a 15% global drop in chickpea production this year. This isn't just a problem for food security, it's a sign that prices are about to climb steeply. Farmers are scrambling to adapt, turning to drought-resistant crops and better irrigation to keep their fields productive. But let's face it, these solutions won't deliver overnight results. The current shortages aren't going to vanish anytime soon. So, what's the game plan? Stock up on canned chickpeas now. Brands like Goya and Eden Organic are still reasonably priced, but with the way things are going, that won't last. By acting now, you're not just filling your pantry, you're preparing for the inevitable shortage of affordable legumes. Don't wait until chickpeas become a luxury item. Make them a staple in your stockpile while you still can. Trust me, when beans and legumes start disappearing from the shelves or the prices skyrocket, you'll be glad you took action. 2. Let's talk rice, the unsung hero of your pantry and a true survival essential. This isn't just any filler food. Rice is the backbone of sustenance for over half the globe. Here in the US, we've taken its abundance for granted, but the reality is stark: the global rice supply is hanging by a thread. Countries like India, Thailand, and Vietnam, the giants of rice exports, are battling extreme weather on all fronts. Droughts, floods, and cyclones have ravaged their crops. India, responsible for 40% of global rice exports, has slapped on tight export restrictions after catastrophic crop losses. What does that mean for you? A jaw-dropping 10% spike in prices this year alone. Climate change is the ugly monster making all this worse, with more erratic weather patterns threatening future harvests. With skyrocketing demand and dwindling supply, brace yourself for another 15% to 20% price hike by December. In the US, this will hit your wallet hard. Brands like Lundberg Family Farms and Riceland are still on shelves, but how much longer will they last? Don't sit on your hands while rice morphs into a luxury item. Start stockpiling long-grain white or brown rice now. Store it correctly and secure a reliable food source for your family. As grocery store shelves begin to empty and prices soar, rice will be your savior. Take action today. Don't find yourself out in the cold with dwindling options. Load your pantry with this staple and future-proof your meals. 1. Olive oil, a pantry essential that's quickly moving from luxury status to must-have necessity. Once seen as an indulgent culinary addition, olive oil is now teetering on the brink of scarcity and skyrocketing costs. The heart of global production, Spain and Italy, are grappling with extreme weather disasters. Record-breaking heat waves and relentless droughts have battered these regions. In 2023, Spain faced an unprecedented 50% drop in olive yields, marking one of its worst harvests on record. This crisis has already lit a fire under U.S. prices with a 25% increase, and experts warn the worst is yet to come. As fall approaches, we're bracing for even sharper spikes. Olive oil isn't just a tasty addition, it's packed with heart-healthy monounsaturated fats and antioxidants, offering countless health benefits and culinary versatility. Plus, with proper storage, it boasts an impressive shelf life. But here's the harsh truth: availability is slipping through our fingers. Brands like California Olive Ranch and Filippo Berrio may still line the shelves, but don't count on it lasting. As shortages escalate globally, having a stockpile of olive oil is no longer a luxury, it's a strategic move to safeguard your pantry from dwindling supplies and soaring prices.